What am I talking about? Okay, let's watch Prince Andrew. Is not a good day for the eyebrows today. All right, folks. Prince Andrew and Virginia Giuffre have settled the sex abuse lawsuit. Let's take a
now
look.
with a major development in the sex abuse scandal that's been rocking the royals. Prince Andrew, hours ago, agreed to a settlement with Jeffrey Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre. This is all according to a new court filing. Giuffre alleged in her lawsuit that Epstein trafficked her and forced her to have sex with his friends, including Prince Andrew, who is Queen Elizabeth's second son. Giuffre claimed Andrew knew she was just 17 when he sexually abused her on multiple occasions.
Putin is the one standing between Ukraine and economic prosperity. He acted out because Ukraine was moving more towards European integration. Oh, come on, brother. Really? You're an 18-month subscriber and you literally are fucking repeating pro-IMF talking points? I don't know if you know this, but I'm literally Turkish. Like, I know what that looks like, okay? That don't look good. Are you serious, dude? You sound like a crazy person. The Iraqi people wanted the U.S. to liberate them from the evil, bad Saddam Hussein. Wait, what? Who do you think is closer to the fucking Crimean, the Russians in Crimea? Were there, I'm sorry, did you actually make this fucking argument? Do you think that there were Americans in Iraq? Like, Iraq was like, historically a part of America? And that the Americans living in Iraq were like, no, we would like to be a part of America instead of the Saddam regime? Okay, that's all. It's over. It's done. 18-month subscriber, dude. Has takes like this. Xi Jinping, I really hope you fucking liberate this country, okay? I'm done. I just want high-speed rail. I don't give a fuck if I literally rot in some separatist Islamic prison, okay? Like, I will go to the re-education camps. I will learn Mandarin. We're over. There is no way to fucking save this country, okay? It's done. It's done. I'm done. Liberate us, please. It's fine. I will put my body to the cause, okay? It's okay. I will go and I will farm. I will farm wheat. I will live in the countryside. I will have a beautiful wife like Li Ziqi, okay? Xi Jinping, do not listen to HasanAbi. You must liberate Portugal before you get to the United States. Portugal has been a colony of Macau. Xi Jinping, please, I am begging you. Absolutely. America and its inevitable downfall is in its phases. Just a couple great leaps forward and we can get united under the glorious Sun Emperor Ping. Jesus. This motherfucker tried to make an argument that is so incredibly fucking stupid. Dude, I'm European. Yeah, I know, dude. Your fucking brain is rotted from the core. I think that Europeans look to America as like a bunch of barbarian idiots who like love fucking shooting guns and can't get healthcare. And then they think that like there is a supremacist position there when it comes to being pro-NATO and like pro-Western imperialism. Like, you're just this fucking dog shit if you're defending it. You're just doing it from a smarter point of view. You're just an annoying fucking lib. That's all you are. You are no different than the American liberals who are like, actually, we need to be invading Iraq in a gay way, okay? We need to be throwing gay bombs in Iraq. Like, you're no different. You're just doing... I hate this, like, this pan-European supremacist fucking attitude that I see from the chat all the time, just because you have, like, actual socialist movements and actual trade unionist movements that have staying power in your countries that were at least smart enough to recognize that a welfare state that is expanded on will truly sedate the masses and stop the inevitable fucking socialist revolution from occurring dead in its fucking tracks. Just because you had some of those SDP Andes, like the social democrats in your countries and the actual communists who are pushing for real fucking change, doesn't change the reality that, like, you're not doing shit. Your country is also becoming a neoliberal shithole, and you're going to suffer in the next fucking 20 to 30 years, just like America has, because our brain rot is unsustainable. It is too powerful. Look at Canada. Look at Canada. That's what's going to happen to you, you Euro cucks, you fucking European pieces of shit who think, oh, just because we have the healthcare, we're doing so much better. Yeah. Yeah, get ready, dude. 30 years from now, you're going to have your own fucking truckers, okay? Get excited. Capitalism is unsustainable and it's impossible to fucking stop. Okay, it's impossible to stop just because you think you're in a social democracy where we have these social safety nets that are continuing the welfare state. That is a capitalist bourgeois state, but it's okay because 90% of the country is under union contracts. Like, get fucking ready, dude. Get fucking excited. Okay. Dumbasses think because they have healthcare, like they know what's what. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait till every fucking country is just destroyed, okay, by the American attitude. No, because not, but the argument goes the same. The argument does not go the same, you fucking idiot. Nationalism is the most reactionary thing. Yeah, I know, but you've substituted individual nation states to having a pan-European supremacist attitude. Okay, let's continue. Where the fuck was I? What was I gonna watch? Before we get to the Canadian shit, oh, here, Prince Andrew.
Occasions in different locations.
Look at the UK. Get excited. Okay, that's your fucking future. Look at Canada. That's your fucking future. Capitalism is an unstoppable force. And the people that are at the tippy top have a profound amount of influence and power, and they will do everything to improve their fucking profit margins. They will do everything and anything better their bottom line. And that is precisely why you see tax cuts. That's precisely why you see deregulation. That's precisely why you see some form of corporate lobbying happening in Europe as well. Not to the same degree as America, not to the same exact degree. It hasn't been as normalized. Okay? What is happening?
CNN Royal correspondent Max Foster is with us now. And also joining us, former Los Angeles criminal prosecutor Lonnie Coombs, who's also prosecuted all kinds of crime, from murder to celebrity stalkers to sex crimes. It's so great to have both of you here. Max, just about a week ago, you were reporting the prince had agreed to sit for a deposition. It looked like this was headed to a trial. What changed?
So is Russian influence on Ukraine better than EU Western influence? No, of course not, dude. Of course not. It's a balancing act. That's it. A true sovereign nation should have the fucking wherewithal and leverage to be able to balance both. Okay? Turkey does it as well. Ukraine should be able to do that as well. But either side does not want Ukraine to fucking side with the other at all. That chatter was right. Nationalism is one of the most powerful things. That is why I, as a leftist, support arming Ukrainian Nazis. I'm sure they mean well. Yeah. No, there's just a couple Nazis, dude. And also the other side has Nazis too. Come on. That's why it's okay. Okay, well, like, I'm not Russian. I can't stop the Russian government. I'm American, and I see my government using my tax dollars to fucking fund Nazis in Ukraine. And they're doing it so that fucking Lockheed Martin can make more money. Like, this sucks, okay? That fucking sucks.
Who knows what the conversations were behind the scenes, but if this had carried on to trial and Prince Andrew had sat down and given a deposition, it would have just brought out more and more embarrassing revelations about his life. It would embarrass the royal family. He seemed pretty determined to carry on with it. I think probably the monarchy would prefer that he reach some sort of settlement. He's got that settlement. Virginia Giuffre wasn't giving any indication either that she was interested in a settlement. So we'll wait to hear from both sides some more detail about why they agreed to this. But we're not being given the settlement amount. Prince Andrew is not accepting any guilt on any of the charges here. He does accept that that Giuffre has suffered both as an established victim of abuse and as a result of unfair public attacks. Now, this is all to do with Prince Andrew's associations with Epstein, of course, a convicted paedophile, the late convicted paedophile. And what he goes on to say in this statement, or this is a joint statement, but it speaks much more for Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew regrets his association with Epstein and...
What is your definition of a Nazi? Like a nationalist, fascist coalition that literally uses, I don't know, the Wolf's Angel, the Nazi, literal, the fucking Nazi symbolism, like the black sun on their patches. I don't know, the ones that actually fucking ride with swastikas, the ones that have swastika tattoos, like those Nazis, those are fucking Nazis. Like there's no other way to describe it other than just a Nazi, because they say that they are. Yes, funding Nazis in Ukraine is 100% that all that's happening, not reductive at all. It doesn't matter. Of course it's not all that's happening, but their influence is fucking growing. They are the ones who have been security contractors for big Ukrainian businesses and Ukrainian oligarchs. They are the ones who are the fucking football hooligans that are now a part of the fucking Ukrainian National Guard that are literally arming and training regular Ukrainian people to build a Ukrainian people's militia. Don't you think that that is terrifying? They got training for the CIA. They're like running around with white pride tattoos and fucking and training like Ukrainian grandmas and shit. Meanwhile, you know, that's all happening because Russia was definitely going to invade. And I kept saying they're not going to fucking invade. And you were like, no, they are. We know better because the media is saying they're going to invade. And now that they're not actually invading, you're like, oh, well, we were still fucking right. Any evidence about everything you said? Yes, I've covered this issue a million times over. I've made numerous YouTube videos on this. Please just go to my fucking YouTube page if you want. I don't want to like go over it every single time. It is wild, dude. Look at the VODs. Every day I cover it for like, I covered it yesterday.
Commends the bravery of Miss Giuffre and other survivors in standing up for themselves and others. He pledges to demonstrate his regret for his association with Epstein by supporting the fight against the evils of sex trafficking and by supporting its victims. Now, all along, Prince Andrew has been...
Meanwhile, Wagner Group, both have Nazis. Yeah, but I'm not arming the Wagner Group. My money is not going to the Wagner Group. What the fuck are you saying? Like, I find it so weird where they're like, well, the other side has Nazis too. Yeah, they have Chechen militias as well. Okay? But I'm not fucking arming them. I'm arming one side's Nazis. I'm tilting the fucking scales. Abi Kiev'de yaşıyorum. Geliyorlar AQ sikecekler abi, bir şey yap ne olursun. Ya kimseyi sikecek bir şey yok. Orada gittin Kiev'e karı düzmek için, Ukraynalı kadınlarla beraber olmak için, şimdi götüne girdi. Hadi bakalım. Babaza pezevenk. Kaç lan? Git hadi bakalım. Götüne girdi Ukrayna şimdi. Anyway. No, the dude is like, bro, I'm in fucking Ukraine right now. I'm in Kiev. Please, we're going to get fucked. And I said, you horny motherfucker, you went to Ukraine just so you could, you know, hook up with Ukrainian women. And now it's in your ass. A really shitty way to translate. No. As a battalion is gathering a local Nazi crazy dude to do military drills in Ukraine and come back battle train to your neighborhood. Well, I mean, they are battle training the neighborhood. God. Dude, you need to calm down. The far right literally won like 2% of the vote in the last election. Stop pretending like the Azov Battalion is some huge presence, lol. I'm not the one who's pretending like the Azov Battalion is some huge presence, you fucking dumb idiot. I'm the one who looks at what America has done historically with violent, with violent reactionary fucking arms. I'm the one who's looking at like what happened with every fucking Latin American country and the coup d'etats that occurred there. And I'm telling you that the American media is looking at the Azov Battalion and saying, yeah, you know, these guys are just regular fucking guys. These guys are just regular dudes. Stop moving the goalposts, Lamau. I'm not moving the fucking goalposts. I've been saying this. You're like, oh, well, the Mujahideen are like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Like, you know, you're crazy. The fucking Contras are not that big of a deal. What's wrong with you? Just like arm them. Oh, God. They're just liberators, sweaty. You know? I mean, there you go. Exactly. Anti-Soviet warrior puts his army on the road to peace, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Standing tall at 6'7". A handsome anti-Soviet, anti-communist presence looms over our wonderful interview. You know, some fucking brave freedom fighters, dude. They're like small. They're tiny. They're not that big. Come on, dude. The Wahhabist extremists are like tiny. Who cares if they get some guns, dude? Come on. Not a big deal. They only had like 2% of the vote, dude. The point is not that they're only fucking 2%. The point is they're getting help from the American State Department. The American State Department that has historically taken a 2% fucking group and greatly improved their standing and has given them CIA training. Okay? And then have them train grandmas on the fucking streets. It's not that they're 2%. It's the 2% that's getting guns and training. Oh, God. It's like we're supposed to learn from history, but the only thing America learns is how to repeat the cycle of war and death. The American government is going to do what the American government is going to do regardless. What's frustrating is the chatters in here that are like repeating that propaganda. That's what's frustrating. Okay? It's like, I'm going to run the top of the hour ad break no matter what, because at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. Okay? And if you no longer want to see those ads, there are things that you can do. For example, you can subscribe for $5 or for free. Okay? You can subscribe by getting gifted a sub if you're lucky. But if you're not lucky, you need to make your own fucking luck by subscribing with a Twitch Prime, which is free, or for $5. Why are you playing defense for Russia? I'm not. I did not do the JCS video yet, but I will be doing JCS React Lord. Frame gets broken, cover blown, you know? Yeah, we already covered this, dude. Yeah, dude, there it is. The internet loves Valentina, a 79-year-old Ukrainian grandma training to repel Russian invaders. 5 seconds later, we regret to inform you Valentina was trained by far-right nationalists. Except they never literally fucking regretfully informed their audiences, by the way.
Accused of massive mishandling of this case, going right back to the BBC interview, not expressing enough sympathy for the victims, only defending himself. The case is over, but you have to question whether or not he can come back to any sort of public role because his reputation is so massively damaged.
And Lonnie, we heard the statement and it was very carefully worded there. A settlement is not an admission of guilt, but people wonder, if you didn't do it, why pay?
Absolutely. And I think, as Max said, going to trial in this case would have been...
Thoughts on Kyle Kalinske and Vosh takes on freezing the funding to the Freedom Convoy? I agree with them. It's a gross... I was unaware of like what the extent of the like what the government's like actions were going to be, and I do agree with them. I think it's a gross way of dealing with it. Okay, I'd rather have him fucking jailed and go through due process for, I don't know, numerous things that you normally would fucking throw these people in jail for. All the way that ranges from like loitering to blocking traffic to blocking commerce or whatever the fuck. No, I'm running the ad. I already started running the ad. So it is true. Bosch also says it's better to send in the military and kill them. Yeah, I mean, I would rather... I just said a little bit of police brutality. You know what I mean? Just like a baby bit. Just like a baby. Just like, boop. Just like, boop. 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 Yeah, let's continue.
A huge disaster for Prince Andrew, because I think, especially in the public eye, they already feel like he has shown himself to not be forthright about this. His interview was disastrous, and yet just in January he was demanding that he still be able to go to trial. His attorney said try to dismiss Ms. Giuffre's lawsuit with a motion to dismiss, which was denied, and Prince Andrew's response was, okay, I'm going to trial. And Virginia Giuffre's attorney had also said, look, I don't think she's going to be satisfied with just a financial settlement, because that's not allowing her to make her statement in court, make her case. And this settlement statement that we're hearing was carefully worded, obviously by both sides, to try and satisfy what both sides wanted to have said. And so you have these statements about, I didn't mean to malign her character, which is in stark contrast with what Prince Andrew's attorneys were saying in the motion to dismiss, alleging her essentially as out for a big payday, that she had made more money off of these allegations than most people would dream of having in their lifetime. And now he's saying, not only did I not want to malign her character, but I also applaud her bravery for standing up. It's interesting to see what's said and not said in that statement. He does admit that she was a victim of abuse, but it doesn't say sexual abuse. And he said that she was a victim of these public attacks. But then he goes on to...
I mean, this dude has literally just lied routinely and consistently throughout this entire fucking process. I mean, from really ridiculous ones such as like, oh, I'm incapable of sweating. My sweat glands do not work as a consequence of my time in the Queen's Navy in the Falkland War. Like, and now he's like, all right, maybe there was abuse happening, but the abuse that was happening, well, it was not sexual in nature. Like,
throw Jeffrey Epstein under the bus and says, really, all I did was I was associated with him, and that's what I...
Right. And so already the Queen has sort of cast away Prince Andrew from his, direct ties to the royal family, although he's still a prince because of his blood. But no more military titles, his access to royal financing gone as well as of last month. This was after a judge here in New York allowed this civil lawsuit to proceed. I know, Max, the palace isn't commenting on this settlement specifically, but given everything that the Queen has already done, how she's responded in the past, what does his future look like? What does he do now?
It's difficult to imagine, isn't it? As you say, he doesn't get public funding anymore because he's been stripped of his titles. He doesn't represent the Queen. He's got a small military pension. He's selling his ski chalet, according to various reports, to pay for all of this. You wonder where the money...
Oh no, I've found myself in hot water with the Queen after my nuncery was made public, and now I must sell my ski chalet. Oh no. What a devastating situation. It's like, dude, you're literally supposed to be rotting in fucking jail and maybe getting shanked. while you're in jail for being a pedophile. Meanwhile, the only consequence you suffer is like, oh, I'm selling my ski chalet. Oh no. That's what happens when you're a fucking royal, dude. The royals kind of fell off too, plus their white plus ratio when you think about it. Like, can you imagine? If the royals can't do noncery, what the fuck can they do? Like, if the royals can't get away with noncery, that's kind of like, I mean, that's literally their fucking heritage. You know what I mean? Like, you're stopping the royals from doing something that they've done historically. Like, what's next? You're gonna get mad at them for being racist? You know what I mean? They have kind of fallen. Like, I can't really think about. I can't really see another time in which like noncery was this illegal in the UK. I mean, seriously, what's next, dude? He did get away with it. How are British people still okay with a bunch of rich pedophiles just holding these weird blood tie positions? It's just something that they've learned since birth. That's it. Straight up. It's quite literally something that you are conditioned into believing is correct and good. Like, the ones that actually think that it's correct and good are just, they've been socially conditioned into believing that. It's really weird though. Like, even the average person, that doesn't think about it too much. What? You're dumb? Question mark. Pigs for my fly 8,000. Damn, dude, my mods are fucking ass clapping today.
From the settlement's going to come from. Can't really imagine the Queen wanting to be associated with the case at all by paying for it. I think the only option really at the moment for him is to, maybe get some support from the Queen, then go out and get a private sector job or borrow some money from the private sector. The one advantage of not having an HRH title is that he is now able to go out and...
British people say it's fine because Buckingham Palace brings in money. That's literally the reason, except it doesn't. It does, but there is no indication that that is the primary function for the tourism in the UK. That's an old, antiquated lie. That is not the primary function. It's not like the palace is going to fucking go away it's not like the palace is going to go away when the fucking Queen is not in it. And two, yeah, you should and could keep it as a museum. And two, they still literally like own more land than they are bringing in via tourism. The guy has some mid furniture. Being a media correspondent in the UK must not pay as much.
Get work from the private sector in the same way that Prince Harry has done. So he is able to do that, but you can't really imagine him taking any public role. His reputation is so massively damaged.
Yeah, Versailles Palace gets more viewers. Chester Zoo gets more visitors than Buckingham Palace. Like, what was it? Yeah, Sean did a video on this. That was really fucking good. I highly recommend you guys watch that. Yet another fucking person whose videos I react to who absolutely fucking loves when I do that.
She's focused all his efforts, as we were hearing there, really winning this case, but at the sacrifice of his public relations all the way along. That has suffered, and it's suffered for so long now, to the extent where the Queen, even before he was, faced any sort of sentence or was, let off this case, basically threw him out of the working royalty. So, it's hard to imagine how he's going to make a comeback.
Max.
How will he make a comeback? This is unacceptable. This is fucking unacceptable, my friend. Breaking news. Prince Andrew settled a sexual abuse lawsuit with Virginia Giuffre, one of Jeffrey Epstein's accusers, according to the new court filing in Manhattan on Tuesday. Financial terms were not disclosed.